If I told you the single best thing you could do for your health right now doesn't involve the gym, doesn't cost a dime, doesn't require any equipment, and you already know how to do it, would you believe me? I'm talking about walking, and I know that sounds too simple, but by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly why the research says walking might be the most underrated form of medicine on the planet, and why we're encouraging you to join a walking group right now here in our community, why nobody moves anymore. Here's what we see in our clinic every single day. People come in with back pain, knee pain, stiffness, fatigue, poor sleep, high stress, and when I ask them what they do for movement, the answer is almost always the same: nothing. Or they used to do something years ago, but life got busy and they stopped. And I get it. The fitness industry has made people feel like if you're not doing CrossFit, running marathons, or lifting heavy, it doesn't count. So people just don't do anything. They sit at a desk or in equipment all day, they drive home, they sit on the couch, and the cycle repeats, day after day after day. And here's the reality nobody's talking about. The average American adult sits for over 10 hours a day. That's not just uncomfortable, that's a health crisis. A study from Vanderbilt University found that people who sit more than 10 hours a day have the highest mortality risk of any group they measured. It doesn't matter how old you are or how much money you make. If you're sitting all day, not moving, your body is breaking down. But here's the good news. You don't need to overhaul your entire life to fix this. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need a personal trainer. You just need to start walking. So let me walk through what research actually shows, because most people have no idea how powerful this is. A study published in the American Journals of Preventive Medicine tracked 85,000 adults. They found that walking briskly for just 15 minutes a day was associated with a nearly 20% reduction in death from all causes. 15 minutes. That's less time than it takes you to scroll through your phone in the morning. And it's not just about living longer. A meta-analysis published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine looked at 42 different studies on walking groups specifically. Not just walking alone, but walking in a group. They found that group walking reduced systolic blood pressure by nearly 4 points, reduced body fat, lowered total cholesterol, improved cardiovascular fitness, and this one's big, significantly reduced symptoms of depression. Not a little, a meaningful, clinically significant reduction in depression scores. Think about that for a second. One activity, free, accessible to everybody, and it improves your heart health, your body composition, your cholesterol, your mental health, and your lifespan. There's no pill on earth that does that with zero side effects. There's another study I want to mention because I think it's really important. Researchers from Harvard and the Annals of Internal Medicine tracked over 33,000 adults and found that it's not just about how many steps you take, it's about how you accumulate them. People who walked in longer, uninterrupted sessions of 10 or 15 minutes or more had dramatically lower risks of cardiovascular disease and death compared to people who just took short, scattered steps throughout the day. So the person who takes a dedicated 20-minute walk is getting way more benefit than the person who walks back and forth to the fridge 6 times. It's the intentional, sustained walking that makes the difference. And that's exactly why a walking group works so well, because it's structured, it's intentional, and you're doing it for a sustained period of time. Now I want to talk about something that doesn't get enough attention, especially in our community: mental health. A lot of people we treat aren't just dealing with physical pain. They're stressed, they're anxious, they're not sleeping well, they're overwhelmed by work and family and just life. And nobody's connecting the dots between the fact that they haven't moved their bodies in 3 years. Research from Harvard has shown that walking can be as effective as antidepressants for some people with mild to moderate depression. It releases endorphins, it regulates your cortisol, that's your stress hormone, and that has been shown to improve sleep quality in as little as 8 weeks of consistent walking. A systematic review that looked at nature-based interventions in walking found that walking outdoors improved mood, reduced anxiety, reduced negative rumination, that's the overthinking, the spiraling thoughts that keep you up at night, and increased people's sense of optimism and well-being. Walking outside specifically was significantly better than walking on a treadmill for anxiety and stress reduction. And then there's the social component. One of the biggest predictors of poor health outcomes isn't cholesterol or blood pressure. It's loneliness. People who feel socially isolated have worse outcomes across the board. A walking group doesn't just get you moving. It connects you with other people in your community who are in the same boat as you. That social support piece is massive, and it's one of the main reasons group walking programs have better adherence and better health outcomes. than walking alone. Now, let me be real about who this is for, because I don't want anyone watching this and thinking, oh, that's for fit people. This is the opposite of that. This is for you if you haven't worked out in years and the thought of the gym makes you want to hide. This is for you if you're a parent who can't get through the day without your back aching. This is for you if your doctor just told you your blood work isn't looking great and you need to make some changes, but they didn't tell you what those changes are. This is for you if you're dealing with stress, anxiety, poor sleep, and you're tired of just coping and want to actually do something about it. You don't need to be in shape. You don't need to be a certain age. You don't need to walk fast. You don't need any gear. You just need a pair of shoes and the willingness to show up. And here's the thing that I think is really important. We're not a gym. We're a physical therapy clinic. We understand bodies. We understand pain. We understand limitations. So if you have a bad knee, if you have hip pain, if you have a condition that makes you nervous about starting, that's exactly why you should come to us instead of just trying to figure it out on your own. We'll meet you where you are and make sure you're moving safely. So here's how this works. High Desert Striders walk on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Elquist Park by the volleyball courts at 10 a.m. This is about 20 to 30 minutes of walking at a comfortable pace for starters. Nobody's going to be sprinting. Nobody's going to be left behind. You're welcome to come and pace yourself. I'll be there with the group if you have questions about your body, your pain, your movement. You can ask me while we walk. That's the beauty of this. You're getting access to a physical therapist while you're actually doing the things that are going to help you. We'll start easy and we'll build over time. If 20 minutes feels like a lot for you right now, that's okay. Come walk for 10 and sit down. Nobody is judging you. The research is clear. Even a little bit of walking is dramatically better than not walking at all. Lance meta-analysis found that in 7,000 steps a day, you will make meaningful improvement in your health outcomes. You don't need 10,000 steps. You just need to start. Here's what I've learned in years of treating patients. The people who get the best results aren't the ones with the best genetics or the most money. They're the ones who start. They're the ones who do something small, consistently, and build from there. Walking is a starting line for a lot of patients. It's their first domino. They start walking, start feeling better, stop sleeping better, have more energy, and then they're ready to take the next step. Whether that's coming in for treatment, starting a whole body program, or just continuing to walk and build on that foundation. The point is, you don't have to do everything at once. You just have to do one thing, and walking is the easiest, most accessible, most research-backed one thing you can do. If you're local to Battle Mountain, we'd love to have you join the walking group. It meets Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at Elquist Park near the volleyball court. Click the link in the description, give us a call at the clinic, or just show up. No form, no pressure, no commitment. Just come walk with us. And if you're not local, your homework is to go take a walk today. Not tomorrow, today. Put your shoes on and go for a walk. Invite a friend and just keep walking. You can watch our videos on YouTube weekly if you need more motivation and information on how you can be healthy. You don't need a gym, you just need to walk.